I love that video. Hey guys. Hey Kazaroo.
Hey, Munkaroo, how are you, my darling?
I'm good. How are you?
Not bad.
Hey frazzled mom, Elisa Casada, Jody Cat Eyes. Oh, Benton's in the house. Hey Gail, Mystic, Leonard. How is everyone on this? It's like in the middle of the night right now.
Well, it is for everybody on the East Coast,
I know.
and it's not much better on the West. Hey, everybody.
I didn't even put the background picture on. I've been so lazy today.
Gail says, where are you two calling me from? East Coast, Boston, Massachusetts.
Well, I'm in Maine.
Alyssa says, I'm here barely eating dinner.
Yeah, right.
It's midnight.
Yeah, Kaz and I are going to come up with a schedule. We're going to do a weekly live and we're going to show our ugly mugs on cam. And then we'll have a couple, ones that aren't planned. I'm not a good planner, guys. I'm going to be late to my own funeral. Hey, Princess. Hey, Catherine. Bay Area, California. Beautiful.
Hey, Nita.
Hey, all right, so we're going to talk about a couple things. Hey, Chisme. A little bit of Debbie. A little bit of Quinton's mama today. I guess that she's no longer missing in action. And then we're going to jump over to Moab. And then Kaz has got a very interesting story for the end.
Yeah.
Hey, Nita.
Girl. I know what she said, but I think she was referring to herself. I don't think she meant me.
Also, I spoke to Julissa's sister. Well, actually, now it's considered to be yesterday, I guess.
You did.
She was really sweet, huh? Julissa's sister?
Very much so.
Hey, Cat Eyes. So she let us know that Julissa's favorite color was red, and she loves red roses.
She does.
And I did leave the message about the angel being painted. We have received some donations for the flower arrangement, which is exciting to give that to them. So let me just pull up this real quick, guys, because they did make a day of her funeral. I got the screenshot off of somebody's page.
Oh, Gail, thanks, girl. Not bad for a 64-year-old.
She is gorgeous. Wait till her husband finds out that her Kaz and I are having an affair. I'm kidding, guys.
You nearly made me choke.
Okay. So this was put out from her sister Norma. And it says, here are the services for our angel baby Julissa Nicole Fuentes. Services to be held October 27th, 2022 at the Worship Center begins at 11. The address, the burial site will begin at 1 p.m. Selma Cemetery, with the address open to everyone who loved our angel.
That's a gorgeous photograph.
Yeah, what a shame. I'm actually working on a video right now on Julissa. So that's it. So I guess we will be sending. We know. Hey, at least we know where to send the arrangement now.
We certainly do.
So where should we start? Quinton, since it's a little update.
Yes, the floor is all yours, my dear. I've got certain things primed if you want. If your internet goes caca, she's gone all quiet on us, hasn't she? Hey, Nita. Oh,
Oh shoot,
yes,
my mic was muted. Huh?
yes, Nita, we did.
I was talking to myself in the store yesterday. I was like, wait, I need to get something. What was it that I needed? And this lady said, "Are you talking to me?" And I said, "Oh, I said, I'm sorry. No, I said I'm having a staff meeting with myself." You should have seen. You should have seen her face. Oh gosh. Okay, let me share my screen. Now I get what Kaz was explaining to me about Leilani not being in jail and them trying to put the case together and stuff, but why is this girl still out? Because they haven't found the baby, you think?
Yes, I think so. They're just because at the moment everything's all circumstantial and they've got to have more solid evidence. Lynn, Patricia, what are we all doing up at this hour? Well, for me, it's only 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, Lynn, once in a while we do a late live like this for our little, Australia and New Zealand. Sometimes we do it early afternoon. We're all over the place, Lynn. We're like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
So true.
She doesn't even look, it doesn't even look like Leon. I thought it was like an older girl, like in her 40s.
Yeah, she sure
Except for,
tried to make herself look presentable, didn't she?
I don't even see Leilani's face in it. It's so bizarre to me. Oh, there we go. It's over.
Slow it down a bit.
Can't.
You can't.
Not on Twitter. No, I would have to upload it into
Oh,
YouTube.
okay.
I mean, I guess I see her right there that it's Leilani.
Yeah.
But what is she holding? Like, what is her shirt opened up and she's holding her shirt together?
Well, she's got a phone up against her chest, that's for sure.
Nita's like, we're happy for the night owls. Yeah, we're here.
Well, Benton, the reason why she's dressed like she is, she's trying to look like Miss Prim and Proper. She was going to court over the custody of Zane and Sky, so I suppose she was trying to look like um her interpretation of what a mother should look like, but looking and acting and doing are two different things.
So, did anything come from this meeting today?
Oh, not that I have seen so far.
Let's have a look. One minute ago, is Leilani Megan Boswell 2.0? No. I'm going to say that she's Kylie Anthony 5.0.
We have a birthday girl in the house, Ma. It's Susie
Who's
Rainwater's birthday. Happy birthday, Susie.
happy birthday, my fellow Libra. Happy birthday, girl. Have a happy, healthy, with many more to come.
Yeah, Nita is correct. The judge did put sealed all the contents of the outcome of the hearing. You are
Yeah,
correct.
here we go. It's right here. Let's see what this says. Prime suspect. He is so cute. Chief Hadley also confirmed at this time that Leilani is the only suspect in Quinton's disappearance. Leilani has not been arrested or formally charged yet. Authorities have removed the other two children. Leilani Simon, the mother of missing 1-year-old Quinton. According to court documents, Leilani Simon has previously admitted to using drugs while pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Simon's mother, Billy Joe, has been the legal guardian of her grandchildren. She has a rocky relationship with her daughter and recently evicted her. I don't think that's totally true yet.
No.
Howe was founded by Child Protective Services in Chatham County, Georgia, to have failed to provide adequate supervision. She allegedly left the children with the mother, which we know. The first custody hearing for Quinton's two siblings was held on Monday at Chatham County. It remains unclear what happened in the court proceedings where Leilani Simon was seen wearing a dress and a mask sitting next to her mother. So, Grandma was there. The fathers of the children also appeared at the hearing over video chat as they
Mm-hmm.
fought for custody. Wharton, now he was just on Justice for All.
Yeah,
Noted that,
Cody.
huh?
Cody Wharton, yeah.
Cody, I'm sorry. Wharton was just on Justice for All. Noted that Leilani has struggled with her mental health in the past and even claimed she tried to overdose last spring while she was watching their son. And she's not charged.
No,
And I'll tell you what, guys, they're not going to release any of that. They won't even release the 911 call.
no, they won't.
Why won't they, though? Like, what do you think is in that 911 call that they can't release it?
I'm not sure, sweetheart.
I mean, it's got to be something.
Well, one would think that they're holding it back because it pertains to the ongoing investigation. That could be the only reason. I totally agree with you, Nita. I could, if I knew my daughter had done something like that, or I
Yeah,
just don't know how I could
there's
look her in the face.
there's no other new updates on her except for everyone about the her using drugs when she was pregnant. But I think we covered that the last time we spoke about baby Q.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't if that was if my I don't know like that is so, I couldn't even imagine being in that position because I'm not a grandma. But if I did have a kid that had a kid, I mean I don't know like that. Billy Joe though we know what her background was about. Like I'm not sure that she was that lovey-dovey type of mom either. I
No,
don't think
I
the
don't
apple
think
falls far from the tree on that relationship.
so.
All right, guys, we're jumping to Debbie.
And Susie, yeah, you are correct. They never did release Summerwell's 911 call.
Really?
Yeah, even to
Isn't
this
Don
day.
Wells out of jail?
Not yet.
Oh, I think he
But
is.
I, but if
Oh,
you, I suppose everybody knows about Ronnie Lawson's son getting done for molestation of children.
yeah, yeah, I saw Cracking Cases was talking
Mm,
about that. He was. I thought Don Wells was out of. I heard he was out of jail. I thought he was,
I
or is
thought
it
it
like
was the
next
end
week?
of this month. I think it's the end of this month.
Yeah, he's gonna be out soon.
Mm.
And why is Amanda Bearden still walking around? Like, what is the problem with the phone data you've had to have received? what you need back by now. What is the problem? Are we trying to connect a burner phone? Where's the money? Where's the Venmo money?
Yeah, where'd you spend it, Amanda? Oh, Cat Size thinks it's November.
Yeah, I could have sworn. I thought it was around Halloween.
Yeah.
It is Nina Phillips. Deborah's case is mind boggling. I'm convinced that Amanda is the one. And I said, tell them what I said to you. God, what if it's Amanda doing what? Could you imagine?
Mm.
What did I say to you, Kaz?
I beg your pardon?
About Amanda. Maybe she. What if Amanda is the one that did it all, and she's trying
Yeah, and
to set
she's
up the
just pushing it
boyfriend?
on to Andrew.
Hey, Jennifer Nobles.
Yeah, Don gets released on August 30th.
And amazing. The whole time he's been in jail, Candace drinking, hanging out. No guy to keep her in check, and not one slip of Summer Wells. That's what makes me think that I don't think those two were bright enough to hold it this far. I just.
Mm. Oh dear.
So Deborah Collier.
Yeah, this is an interesting article, this one.
Why do I feel? Do you want to read this one, Kaz?
Yeah, I'll read it.
It's the first link up. But what if that is the case? What if that's why he wasn't mentioned all day? Like maybe that's why she never said his name, or because I mean, on any other time, even though there was a restraining order for him not to be near her, why wouldn't she have said, "Yeah, what's his name again? Andrew."
Andrew. Yeah.
Andrew and I were driving around looking for mom all day, or like he was never mentioned. It was like
No.
he was like just put on that back hiding burner.
Yeah. Cat size, I said, I didn't, I thought I said October 30th. If I said August 30th, I apologise.
No,
It's
you said
October,
October.
yeah, October 30th. Longest out. Okay. This article says Debbie Collier, PI, says slain mother could have been trying to escape shortly before murder. Can you scroll up, please, Mark? Thank you. A bit more, please. Thank you. A private investigator says the way slain Georgia mother Deborah Collier was positioned is telling of how she may have died last month in what police are calling a homicide. As Crime Online previously reported, police found 59-year-old Debbie Collier's body around an hour away from her Athens home on September 11. She was naked, which isn't true. She was partially naked, charred and clutching to a small tree branch with her right hand. Police also found a burned blue tarp in a nearby ravine, along with her smashed cell phone and a red tote bag. Although the case is being treated as a homicide so far, there has been no arrests and no one has been named as a suspect. According to the US Sun, private investigator and criminal profiler Jason Jensen said since Collier was grasping a small branch, it could be indicative that she was attempting to escape the killer or killers. It sounds like she was trying to crawl away from somebody, Jensen said. If it's of your own volition, you're usually at peace with the act and you're not trying to escape something.
Okay, one sec, Kaz. Where are you at? You're further down.
Yeah, well, I'm moved down a bit.
Okay, hang on one sec. I want to see. Susie says Andrew did come out and say that they were cleaning up the apartment, trying to give the daughter an alibi. I guess.
Mm.
Again, I'm gonna have to. I'm starting to think, and oh my gosh, I even hate to think it. I tried to give Amanda a pass, but it screams like the reason she could be in the house with the key under the blue flower pot. I mean, you are not kidnapped by strangers, and then you're in the parking lot pulling in because I think that's when she realized a Venmo had went off. But
Yeah.
the daughter had to have been in the area of the Family Dollar, an hour, well, 77 miles north of Collier's house. And
And
that whole thing of the clothes being taken off, I truly believe that that was only done to make it look like she was taken by a stranger, and you know what that makes it look like.
yeah,
And I think the reason why they tried to set the fire on her abdomen, and I hate to say this, hey Doug, yeah, you sure do owe me a call, Mister. Huh? Rawr. I'm only kidding, Doug. I'm only kidding, Pretzel. Because maybe they were trying to burn that area so that it would look like they were trying to burn off a DNA that she maybe was. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like to say
yeah,
that.
yeah. I know. I know.
Do you get what I'm saying, though?
I understand where you're going with that. Yeah.
Do you guys
And
understand? But
Jennifer, we did right at the beginning. We said when Julissa's services. So if you later on, if you want to go back and have a look, Ma did read out when the services.
yeah, you do owe me a call. I think Doug. I even told Doug, listen, call me. I need to talk to you about a case. I promise I don't bite.
Well, not hard anyway.
And you don't have to worry. I am completely, literally across the whole entire U.S. from you.
Jennifer, don't be sorry. It's all good, darling.
Jennifer, I will show you the it's the 27th of October. It's open to the public. I'll show you the that her sister put out, Norma, about Julis's funeral. Okay, Kaz, you ready to finish this?
Yes, I am. Jensen added that he'd like to know if the killer tried to burn Collier, but the final autopsy and toxicology report has not yet been released, and it could take weeks before it's completed. I would want to know if they were trying to burn her or her clothing. If it looks like they tried to use an accelerant, I would want to see that as well, Jensen said. It's easy to determine because you would be able to know from the telltale burn signs if there was gasoline used. Police previously said there is no evidence to suggest the attack was random and no evidence to suggest that Collier took her own life. Collier's daughter, Amanda Bearden, 36, contacted police on September 10th after she reportedly received a Venmo payment from Collier of $2,385, which a cryptic message was attached to the Venmo payment that read, "They are not going to let me go. Love you. There is a key to the house in the blue flower pot by the door." Police
Ooh.
said around 3:15 p.m. on September 10, the Venmo payment was sent to Bearden. Alright, I'm down to the next lot now, Mara, if you want to move down.
So that wait. Okay, so the whole burn situation that he just said that she. What do you mean he would like to know if she was burned? The report stated that she was burned on her abdomen.
No, he wants to know if there was an accelerant used to cause the
I'm
burn.
going to think that Amanda's not so smart and she didn't bring an accelerant because I think if she did, that she probably would have been a little more charred
Mm,
than just that little. It was almost like it. Maybe she didn't catch. I mean, I hate. You know how much I can't stand fire, Kaz.
yeah, I know.
But it was almost kind of like they couldn't get the fire started. Does that sounds horrible? Oh, I can't talk about that on someone's body, but Yeah, Doug, I wish I could go with you, and I'm glad that you're going. We're sending an arrangement.
We are.
That's the best we can do since Kaz is in Australia and I live in Maine. All right, go
Okay.
ahead, Dave.
Thank you. Bearden, who reportedly waited several hours before contacting police, said Collier left everything at home aside from her ID and debit card, which contradicts what's seen on security footage at the Family Dollar store, the last known sighting of Collier. Collier husband Stephen said during the 911 call that Bearden told him she found her mother's purse at home. In quotation, came home, my wife wasn't home, her driver's license was still there. The rental car is gone and her daughter's here. Stephen Collier, the first person to make the report, said on September 10th at 6 p.m. We're kind of worried about what's happening and where she's at. I was wondering if you could send somebody over here.
Okay,
According,
one sec, because there we go with the damn driver's license again. Hey,
yeah,
Leslie. So Amanda said that the only thing her mother took with her was a debit card or a credit card and her driver's license. I'm convinced, I'm convinced that the reason why Amanda put the blue flower pot into that Venmo message was because that was going to give her a reason for being in the house if she was there before Steve got home. My
yeah,
own that's my own opinion.
yeah. Well, she wasn't allowed in the house without anybody being
And
in, I
yes,
assume.
that's what yeah. And Doug says the report said charred. Yeah, her abdomen area was charred. And when I think abdomen area on a woman, I think that's the reason why her bottoms were probably gone and they were going to make it look like somebody was trying to char off the evidence of a essay that never happened.
Mm,
I put tape on my mouth.
okay. According to a daughter who went up and a purse is still there with the driver's license, the only thing is the phone is gone. And she sent her daughter a text about 2 hours ago saying, they won't let me go, whatever that means, we don't know. I thought she was out shopping for food. Her daughter came over with that strange message and then went upstairs to her bedroom and found out that her driver's license and credit card's still here. So that doesn't sound like she's leaving the house to go shopping like I thought she was. According to security video footage, Collier walked into a Clayton, Georgia Family Dollar store on September 10 at around 2:55 p.m. She was seen carrying a large black purse with vehicle keys while wearing a UGA football jersey. Police say she was seen on security footage buying, in part, a lighter, a tarp, and a bag. The same items were later found at the crime scene.
I do not understand what is taking them so long to make an arrest. I know that Amanda was involved in this. Hello, Lady V. And the weird thing that you just say too, it came out of Amanda Bearden's mouth. The the driver's license. I think that's where she messed up too. I think she came back to the house and she put the driver's license back in that purse.
Mm,
But Amanda had we know for a fact that there was a purse left at the house, and obviously she took the little purse that she was carrying at Family Dollar. That purse was found, the cell phone was found, and her driver's license and card are just back in her mom's room at the house. That is not a
mm,
coincidence.
no.
The question is, did Amanda do it alone, or did Andrew involve? I'm telling you, I'm starting to think that Amanda did it, and she's gonna try to make it look like Andrew did it.
Mm.
What
Well,
was the
that's,
money for, Benson? Probably for drugs. They
yeah.
probably already smoked it. Probably never even made it to another account because they probably smoked it up real quick. Now, I don't know anything about the cost of meth, how much it costs, and how much you do to get high, and how much $2,400 would last on a meth night. I don't know, guys, but I'm thinking they probably smoked it in a pipe.
Yeah. Well, I just hope they've got everything that they need for Debbie because her funeral's coming up shortly. So that's the end of that one, sweater.
Yeah, I don't think. All right, which one is this? I just feel like it's definitely listen. The thing, and I know I laugh because I can be such an asshole sometimes, guys. But here I go. I can't. I'm not even going to be able to say this without laughing. How how re, I was done after the 911 call. When she called 911 to speak to the detective and was wondering why they weren't looking for her mom's car, I think she was feeling a little bit of remorse and she just wanted them to find her.
Mm.
Who does that? I mean, that was the craziest thing I ever heard. A
Yeah.
911 call. Do I have to do I need to get a private investigator for this? No, you need to be honest, girl, what you did to your mother. Do I need a private
Excuse me.
investigator? Am I the only one that finds that just really completely crazy?
No.
$2,385 in the Venmo. Now Nancy came out with a podcast, guys. It's a long one. It's like 40 minutes long, but I'm just going to go ahead and bypass that into this 4 minute video. Tell me if you can hear it, Kaz.
Sure.
Like, who does that? And I'm convinced. And that message, oh, they're not going to let me go. First of all, I think Debbie was wearing clothes because she was going out. You know, she might have been planning to go do her food shopping because people keep saying, well, this food shopping thing is so weird. No, it's not weird. I think that that's what she does every Saturday. I think Debbie
Mm.
goes food shopping.
Hmm.
I think it's part of the household thing. I think it's her schedule. I think she goes food shopping. Did I think maybe she was going to a game or she her daughter could have gotten her up there, or I think the daughter was the one that said that they had her and they weren't going to let her go, playing that role somehow to get her up there and then switched it around with yeah. I think I can't even imagine doing that to your mother. Even if you
Mm.
don't like your mother. That takes a special kind of sick. You agree, Lady V? Yeah, she's a sick girl. All right, tell me if you can hear it, Kaz.
Sure will.
Come on, Fox. Don't be a tea bag. Nope. I don't hear it.
I don't hear it either, love.
Hang on.
Truck driver a month before her disappearance.
There we
Some
go.
chilling. Welcome back to Fox and Friends. Some
Can you
chilling
hear it?
details in the death
Yep.
of missing Georgia mom Collier as new 911 calls revealed Debbie was in an accident with a mysterious ex-con truck driver a month before her disappearance.
From my niece, she said that she was in an accident about a month ago, and the driver was trying to convince my sister not to tell the cops that he was driving because he was out on parole, and there was, a stipulation to his parole that he couldn't drive.
Fox Nation host Nancy Grace has been following this disturbing case, and she joins us now. So, Nancy, this is a very interesting development. Does it raise red flags for you that this, she had an accident with somebody who was on parole?
Yes, it does. If in fact that is correct. Now, police have confirmed that she did have a fender bender prior to her being found dead, but they also state they don't know if that's what the daughter was talking about. Now, you're hearing a woman that claims to be the sister of Debbie Collier, Diane Shirley. She says she got this information from Debbie Collier's daughter, Amanda. Now, I find it interesting that cops don't confirm that fender bender was with an ex-con. And let me
Exactly.
point out the stipulations on parole usually do not include, unless you're DUI. If it's a con, that means a felony, habitual violator DUI. Very rarely do you have the stipulation you're not supposed to drive. The parole board wants you to drive to work or walk to work. So I find that a very odd stipulation. And why a month later does an ex-con track her down? Sounds more like very far-fetched, let me just say. Also, on every police report, cops get the name of both parties. So we would have that in police files if that scenario were in fact connected to this case.
Well, I always trust your instincts, Nancy, and they seem to be bearing out with what law enforcement has said. They revealed yesterday that Debbie's murder was, quote, personal and targeted and not likely the act of a random serial killer.
Absolutely. When I read the headlines that there was a serial killer involved, I don't know where that cockamamie idea came from. This is targeted to Deborah Collier. And the first place cops are going to look is those closest to her. Now, I was wondering why a guy that works at a bank would be working on a Saturday morning. Have you ever gone to a bank that's open on a Saturday morning?
No.
I haven't. But he's with Sonoma.
That's not true. I go to my bank on Saturday morning. The lobby is open till noon.
Our banks aren't open on Saturday.
And you know what? That's another thing that I keep forgetting, that he supposedly was at work. I'm telling you, I'm starting to think that this girl, you know what? Oh gosh, your mother, your mother. Ah,
Novus and the Optimists were using that parking lot for traffic for the Georgia game.
hey, Tawny.
So that's why he was there, and that's been confirmed. He was there from after 9 o'clock to 4 p.m. That's a big deal because you always
What?
look at the husband or the lover first. He was there at the time Debbie goes missing. Now we're looking at who's left standing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they look at the family first. So is that you think they're on the right path here? You think that looking at the family and what do you make of the fact that it's her sister calling in, trying to get them off the track of the husband and the lover?
Well, I think the sister is just trying to help. I don't know that she's necessarily trying to lead cops down the garden path. It's as
Wait a second. The husband and the lover?
Yeah, that's what I thought she said, and I thought, no, I'm
Wait,
hearing
wait,
things.
wait.
SOP, you always look at the family, the lover, the boyfriend.
Oh,
Well,
I
I
think
think the
she's
sister's
just
just trying to
doing the
help.
same
I don't know
in
if she's
general.
necessarily trying to
Yeah, no, hang on one second. Let's hear that again.
lead cops down the garden path. It's SOP. You always look at the family, the lover, the boyfriend, the ex first. That doesn't mean that they did it.
Yeah.
But I also find it very interesting. You know, the daughter, Amanda Beersley, moved home 2 days before. 48 hours after she moves home, her mother is dead.
It was an example.
Now, is that connected? I don't know. But there's so many odd circumstances surrounding this. But right now, cops are also saying they know the Venmo was sent to the daughter, but they don't know where the money is, nearly $3,000,
Up in
and they
smoke.
don't know if it was sent from Debbie Collier's phone. I feel that this Venmo for nearly
fine.
$3,000 sent just before she goes missing, in the minutes before she goes missing.
See, that's what I'm saying. I think her daughter somehow manipulated her up there, maybe telling her that they were going to go to a game at a friend's house, something, blah, blah. But so Andrew was seen and known to be at work that morning.
Okay.
Right? Is that what they're saying?
Well, that's what she just said. So,
Why? Go ahead.
So, and we know Steve. Steve was at doing the parking at the game.
Mm-hmm.
So who does that leave?
It leaves Amanda.
Mm.
But the thing of it is, now that I'm thinking, is I never thought that. I thought that maybe the Venmo was sent after her death in the very beginning, or I never thought that it came from Deborah Collier's phone, unless it happened when they had her and she was already to the point where she couldn't deal with the phone. But because of Amanda's BS on that phone call talking about, I have my mother's what information?
iCloud. I have.
So
I. She said that she had a. She has her mother's iCloud information, but the password has been changed.
exactly. But I think that's bullshit. I don't think it was it. I think this. I think, and I've been saying it for Kaz for a long time. I think there's a burner phone involved here. This is the problem, and I think that that's where everything came in at. And I think that Debbie realized that that money was taken out is the reason why she pulls out of her parking lot at Family Dollar and she pulls into that other parking lot for that what, 10 minutes?
Hmm.
Because she was probably dealing with the fact, wondering who in the God's name just took my Venmo, and then with that crazy cryptic message, and then Amanda might have said that she's the one that's been. I don't know how it went down, but I'm starting to think that Amanda might be the only one. Tawny C, it's good to see you, girl. I haven't seen you in so long. All right, let's finish this out.
May be the key to solving this case.
Yeah.
She looks
I've
good.
never Venmoed anybody $3,000. It's a lot of money.
You can do it from other phones if you have
Yep.
the account login, like logging into
There you
your
go.
email from a different computer.
Yep.
So it doesn't have to come from her phone.
That's a good point. Well, Debbie Collier deserves justice. I love that you always stay on these cases, Nancy. And again, if you want to see more from her crime stories with Nancy Grace on foxnation.com, it's one of my favorite shows. Make sure you watch it.
At the end of the lot, yes, there's a full podcast, 44 minutes long, with Nancy and Debbie Collier. And then I think that's the only thing on that, except for a cockamamie killer. Yeah, they're just talking about Nancy Grace talking about the sister and the call from the sister with the truck driver. But it's amazing. Everything comes to everyone with information from one common denominator, and it's Amanda. I think Amanda screwed up. Okay. Anything else, Kaz, you want to talk about, guys? Anything else on Debbie that we forgot,
No,
or
that's all on Debbie.
oh, Tawny, it was the 14th. Oh shoot, Kaz, I forgot to take that bot off.
Oh,
Yeah, it was the 14th, Tawny. Well, I guess it's my birthday week. um, anything else, guys, that we're forgetting on Debbie? The key is going to be is where that Venmo went, because obviously the Venmo did not come from Debbie's phone to the other phone. So I think right now the problem is they're trying to figure out what phone that it came from. And there has to be a way to link it back from Venmo, even if it was a burner phone or somehow. But I don't know how burner phones work.
mm,
To kill your mom over drugs, though, and then to
yeah,
do
it's
what you
horrendous
do
to
and take
think.
clothes off and tie her up and put her in bags and hey, sweet Carolina, sweet Caroline, it's just crazy. Where are we going next, Kaz?
We are going to Moab.
Going out to Moab.
Now, as everybody knows, back in 2021, we lost beautiful Gabby. But I think some people may have forgotten that we also lost two other beautiful souls, Kylen and Crystal. They were murdered on August 18th, 2021. And to date, the murders have gone unsolved. I reached out to Sean, Kylen's dad, uh,
Oh,
to see if he would like to come up and let us know how he is, how's he been coping, and I'll be just waiting for him to come back to me on that. However, when I was doing my checks, as I do, I came upon a very interesting article that there was a suspect named in their murder. I know. And I went, what the? Why hasn't anybody spoken about this? And us being, we're guilty too. I
well,
mean,
Kaz, we really did not really get into this case. We got into it a little bit when we found out when we were searching people that were in the area, and when we found out that guy escaped from Kansas,
yes,
rode the motorcycle, and he
yeah,
was with those two girls that worked in the hospital that got him out of the mental hospital, and he was
mm,
only like 80 miles to the west of the girls, camping and showing pictures at the campsite and stuff. We're like, oh shit, but
mm.
he wasn't the one, so we just kind of
Well, I'm just going to share my screen. Just wait for it to pop up. There we go. I'll just put it on full
yeah,
view.
this is crazy. These with these poor girls.
So this, there they are, beautiful. I'll just skip over here a minute. So this was out on May 11th, 2022. Suspect named in double homicide of newlywed couple found deceased near Utah campgrounds. And I'm getting a bit advanced. There's the beautiful Kylen and Crystal. Now, the Grand County Sheriff's Office has named a suspect in the murders of the newly met couple who was found deceased near a campsite in Moab, Utah, around the same time Gabby Petito had gone missing. Grand County Sheriff's Office had identified Adam, now I'm going to muck this name up, I know, Pink Usquich, as a suspect in the double homicide. I know, I probably really mucked that up. Colin Schultz and Crystal Beck Turner read a news release issued Wednesday via Facebook. Adam
Yeah, the
was a
McDonald's guy.
former, or this, I can't find anything, Gail, about his arrest. But it says Adam was a former employee at the McDonald's that Crystal worked at, located in Moab. The news release continued, noting that Adam was identified at the time as one of the many persons of interest being investigated by Grand County Sheriff's Office, and the GCSO made numerous attempts to locate and interview him. And that's the nasty person right there.
But something doesn't sit well with me with this, Kaz. Because remember the message that Kylen sent to everyone about the weirdo?
Yes,
You remember?
that was hanging around the camp and they had to move.
the weirdo that was hanging around and they were going to be relocating.
Yes.
Why would Crystal not have known that it was the guy from McDonald's? That just
I,
never. That's the part that doesn't sit with me.
I think that may have just been an unfortunate coincidence about them saying there was a weird guy hanging around, because you are right. If it was this dude from McDonald's, I'm pretty sure Crystal would have recognised him. Through continued analysis and collection of evidence, the GSCO had learned that the suspect was in the La Salle and Moab at the time of the murders, had left the state of Utah shortly after the homicides, then later committed suicide, the release stated. Well, that's why he hasn't been arrested. He committed suicide.
He committed suicide.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did he leave
GSCO.
a letter? What the hell?
Yeah, GSCO conducted numerous interviews and recently received information that prior to committing suicide, Adam told another party that he had killed 2 women in Utah and provided specific details that were known only to investigators. Well, there you go. Police wrote, adding that the investigation is still ongoing and the case is not yet closed.
Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Thank you very much. I will get my ferret soon, guys. My little ferret. The little babies came in. They're not even 3 months old yet. Oh, I can't wait to get a little. I'm gonna make it my co-host when I go live on the weekly, and Kaz and I are on camera. We'll have the little co-host ferret.
Yeah, well, just so everybody knows, I will be stepping down from co-hosting in November. Mar's going to have to do it on a Lawson because I'm going in for surgery.
She'll be back though. You're coming back right after you heal.
Oh, yeah, I'll come back after I feel, but I won't be around for a little while.
So I did not. I'm sure I can handle it by myself.
I know you
I
can.
did. I did not realize that this guy had committed suicide.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, do they actually consider the case a closed?
No, that's what they said in that last part. The GSCO still consider the case ongoing and not yet closed.
So, okay, well, there had to have been DNA left at that scene. I wonder what they are waiting for in order to close the case. Are they doubting that he is the one? He worked at McDonald's. Was it hearsay what he told a friend? Is that what they're going on? It's just a hearsay, so that's why too. Hey, Peach Jam.
Well, I don't know if it's the same in the States as it is in Australia, but
Thank
if
you.
you make a confession prior to committing suicide or prior to death, that is not considered hearsay. That is considered a confession. But I
Yeah,
don't know what the laws are in the States.
but it would be hearsay for them to tell to that. If okay, it would be hearsay if it was somebody that they just said on the phone or spoke to in person, and it wasn't like written down or recorded. So that's what I wonder is if he told someone on a text, email, phone, or if he told them on the voice.
Yeah, but what they did say is that when he told this person, he told them specific details that were never released and that only investigators knew about the case. So I think that was something that made
And
the
that's true.
investigators, yeah, that it was
And
true.
that's true, Kaz. But that's still and it's hard, and that could still be hearsay, but the fact that he killed himself, I wonder. I think they're probably trying to connect, like maybe his DA, or you would think they had his. I wonder if he was cremated, and that's what the problem was. Is maybe they couldn't get DNA,
Oh, possibly.
but maybe he was a offender and he had DA in the database. You think so, Kitty? Is that what he told you? Yeah.
Leslie, the details about the memorial are on Mars community page. All the details are on there.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Um,
show that real quick, and then we have one last thing that we are
yeah,
going to play. About 10 minutes of a broadcast, and we're gonna wrap. Don't mention it yet, though, Kaz.
I'm not going to. I just want to address some of the people who are saying surgery. What cares what you're talking about? Okay, I have severe cataracts on my eyes, and my eyesight is just about gone. And I'm going to have cataract surgery done on my right eye, which is the one that I have almost no vision at all. I'm just about totally blind in my right eye.
Thank you, guys.
So they are going to operate on my right eye on the 9th of November, my 9th, which is your 8th of November. So I Ma says to stick a patch on my eye and come on camera and be a pirate. I don't know how it is.
Yeah, like a pirate.
I'll be a pirate
And I
for
said
4
to
to 6 weeks.
her, she's like, I go, you could be a pirate for Halloween. And she said, well, that's after Halloween. I said, so just say you love being a pirate so much for Halloween that now you're a pirate for forever.
Yeah.
So
I probably
want to
will
show
be on,
you guys.
once it drops, stop the
Well, she can be on
irritation.
and talk. She just can't read things, and she won't be able to read chat, but she can come on and conversate.
Yeah, I can converse. And somebody said
So
that ferrets stink. The gland that makes them do the stinkies are actually removed from this breed of ferret that Mars after. What was the breed, Mark? What did you say it was?
I want a Sadie face.
That's it.
I'll show you guys the picture.
It's a Marshall ferret, though, isn't it?
It's a Marshall ferret to where they come and they're fixed. They get their first shots. They're descented, and they have little tattoos on their ears.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is from Norma Nunez, and we all know that this is Julissa's sister.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her, hi, this was yesterday afternoon. I said, hi, my community would like to send an arrangement. Can you please tell me Julissa's favorite flower and color, please? I am so sorry for your loss. She seemed like a beautiful soul. Rest in heaven, Julissa. Prayers to you and your family. She said, thank you so much. Red was her favorite color. I said, and her favorite flower? She said, roses. I said, thank you. And again, prayers to you and your familia. Just so sad. She said, thank you. God bless. And I told her, God bless you.
Oh, that's sweet. That's very nice.
Okay, guys. So we're going to end it on something that we're going to start looking into. And this is absolutely bizarre. So, Kat, I'm going to play like the first 5 minutes of the podcast, and then I'm going to end it, and we'll redo the podcast on maybe the next live, and then after that you can just go ahead and talk about that story real quick involving this. Okay. Hey, Shredder babes, I see you, girl. I really want Shredder to get a ferret with me at the same time, so we can have Shredder ferret babies together, and they could be like little internet siblings. Then they could be your grandkids, Kaz, little ferret grandkids.
This is true. Good night, frazzled mum. Sleep well, sweetheart.
Okay. Tell me if you guys can hear this, Kaz. We are just going to listen to about 6 minutes of it, just to get an idea of what this is about.
At the Planet Money Podcast, we ask questions like,
Can you hear that?
Yes, I can.
Like,
Okay.
who decides when we're in a recession? Why does every insurance
While
company
you're playing
seem
that, I'm going to walk around for a bit.
do expiration dates even matter? I'm Jeff Guo, co-host of NPR's Planet Money, where we bring you stories about people, about weird schemes and wonderful mistakes, to show you how the economy actually works. Listen to
Oh,
Planet
I'm
Money
so
from NPR
excited,
on the
Benson.
iHeartRadio app
Can we get
or
past
wherever you
this
get your
ad?
podcasts.
Sounds like Star Wars.
Crime Stories with Nancy Grace. Summer camp in the middle of nowhere. Fun times, swimming in the lake, arts and crafts, new friends sitting around a campfire, childhood memories that last a lifetime. Right? Wrong.
Hang on a second, guys. Let me tell you what this is: a trigger warning. This is a very sensitive subject about 3 very young girls. So if you can't handle it, and now is the time probably to exit. Here we go.
Oklahoma, rolling hills and forests, 400 densely wooded acres turned from campsite to crime scene. 3 little scouts, ages 8, 9, and 10, murdered. I'm Nancy Grace. This is Crime Stories. Thank you for being with us here at Fox Nation and Sirius XM 111. We follow the exclusive new Fox Nation series, The Girl Scout Murders, all week on Crime Stories. First of all, take a listen to this.
These woods in northeastern Oklahoma are the site of one of the worst crimes imaginable. 2 busloads of Girl Scouts left Tulsa headed for Camp Scott, a Girl Scout retreat located on the Cherokee Reservation some 50 miles away. Among the girls were 10-year-old Denise Milner, 9-year-old Michelle Guzet, and 8-year-old Lori Farmer. What happened next is unthinkable. 3 young girls, beaten, sexually assaulted, murdered.
Their children's names you always remember. Lori and Denise and Michelle, they're there. And they're never going to go away.
We left off this story where about a mile away from the camp, this camp is about an hour outside of Tulsa, and about a mile outside of the camp is found a cave of sorts. It's been referred to as a cave. It's actually an unusable root cellar that once went with a home. And apparently somebody is living in this cave / root cellar. And that someone leaves behind clues. Take a listen.
Immediately, Sheriff Pete Weaver identified Gene Leroy Hart, who was a Cherokee Indian, as the prime suspect.
Gene Hart was a local. He only lived within a mile of the crime scene. He had been convicted of 2 previous rapes earlier on. He had escaped from the Mays County Jail several times. So there was some history there between Mays County Sheriff office with Gene Hart. The sheriff at the time, Pete Weaver, didn't particularly care for Gene Hart, and he was identified early by Pete Weaver as being the primary suspect.
It was just assumed he was guilty. And if people are assuming he's guilty, then the thought was they're not going to treat him fairly.
They've got the bodies of 3 little girls to worry about. I want to go straight to Faith Phillips, Cherokee Screen.
Okay, that's all I'm going to play because I'm not going to get into what she talks about with that lady. We will get into this more, but now Kaz is going to end it on a story about this this story. This is crazy.
Yeah.
And what Kaz is going to read you guys will explain a lot.
So this is all condensed on good old Wiki.
This is crazy, guys. Wait till you hear this.
This has got all the facts about the subject, about DNA and everything. So, the Oklahoma Girl Scout murders took place on the morning of June 13th, 1977, at Camp Scott in Mayes County, Oklahoma. The victims were 3 Girl Scouts between the ages of 8 and 10 who were AR'd and murdered. Their bodies
Girl
were
Scouts,
then...
then.
Yeah.
Girl Scouts that go camping with their whole entire Girl Scout crew and their camp leaders. I was a Girl Scout mom for 12 years. I know all about that situation. But yeah, just girls camping at the campgrounds. Girl Scouts at the campground. And when Girl Scouts go camping, they stay on specific campgrounds that are just for Girl Scouts.
Exactly. Their bodies were left on a trail leading to the campsite showers, about 150 yards from their tent. The case was classified as solved when Jean Leroy Hart, a local jail escapee with a history of violence and R, was arrested. However, Hart was acquitted in March 1979 after a jury unanimously returned a verdict of not guilty. In 2022, it was announced that DNA testing in the case, although officially inconclusive, strongly suggested Hart's involvement in the crime. This case remains officially unsolved. Less than 2 months before the murders, during an on-site training session, a counsellor at Camp Scott discovered that her belongings had been ransacked and her donuts had been stolen. Inside the empty donut box was a handwritten note stating, in capital letters, "We are on a mission to kill 3 girls in one tent." The director of that camp session treated the note as a prank, and it was discarded. If they only knew. The discovery of the girls. At around 7 p.m. on Sunday, June 12, 1977, the night before the camp started, a thunderstorm hit the area, and the girls huddled in their tents. Among them was Laurie Lee Farmer, 8, Doris Denise Milner, 10, and Michelle Heather Guys, 9. The girls were all residents of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, a suburb of Tulsa. They were sharing tent number 7 at the camp's Kiwawa unit, which was located the farthest.
Kaz, one sec. Explain what year this was. What, 1970?
1977.
1977, Leslie. So it was a long time ago, but still, this is crazy.
Which was the furthest away from the camp counselor's tent and partially obscured by the showers for the camp. At around 6 a.m. on June 13th, a camp counselor on her way to the shower saw a girl's body in her sleeping bag in a wooded area just outside the tent area. It was discovered that all the 3 girls from tent 7 were missing. As counsellors began searching, they discovered all 3 girls from tent 7 were murdered. 2 bodies were inside a sleeping bag, crumpled towards the bottom of the bag. 1 body was visible on the outside. They had been left on a trail leading to the showers, about 150 yards from their tent. Subsequent testing showed that they had been bludgeoned and strangled. All 3 girls had been armed. A large red flashlight was found on top of the girls' bodies. A smudged fingerprint was found on the lens. but it had never been identified as it was too smudged for a positive identification. A footprint of a 9.5 shoe size was also found in the blood in the tent. Between 2:30 and 3 a.m. on June 13th, a landowner reported hearing quite a bit of traffic on the remote road near the camp. The aftermath. Camp Scott was evacuated and was later shut down. The suspect, Jean Leroy Hart, born November 27, 1943, and died June 4, 1979. Now remember that day. Had been at large since 1973 after escaping from the Mays County Jail. He had been convicted of kidnapping and R-ing 2 pregnant women, as well as 4 counts of first-degree burglary. Raised about a mile from Camp Scott, Hart, a member of the Cherokee Nation, was arrested within a year at the home of the Cherokee medicine man. He was represented by Gavin Isaacs, a local Oklahoma attorney. He was tried in March 1979. Although the local sheriff pronounced himself 1,000% certain that Hart was guilty, a local jury acquitted him. As a convicted R and jail escapee, Hart still had 305 years of his 308-year sentence left to serve in the Oklahoma State Penitentiary from his previous crimes.
Remember what I told you guys. I'm telling you, if you were to Google right now the upcoming inmates on death row that are getting ready to go to the whatever they do in that state, I'm gonna say 80%, no, 50%, 70% Oklahoma, 30% Ohio, and the rest is basically Texas. But it is insanity how quick Oklahoma. I mean, look at it. It's facts.
Yeah, so he got acquitted, but he had to go back to jail for his other crimes. Then on June 4th, 1979, 2 years after the murders, Hart collapsed and died of a heart attack at the age of 35. After about an hour of lifting weights and jogging in the prison exercise yard. Well, if that isn't karma, I don't know what is. 2 of the families later sued the Magic Empire Council and its insurer for $5 million, alleging negligence. The civil trial included discussion of the threatening note and the fact that Tent 7 was 86 yards from the council's tent. In 1985, by a 9-3 vote, jurors decided in favor of Magic Empire. So the poor families didn't even receive any civil compensation. In 1989, DNA testing was conducted that showed 3 of the 5 probes matched Hart's DNA. Statistically, DNA from one of 7,700 Native Americans would obtain these results. In 2008, authorities conducted new DNA testing on stains found on a pillowcase, the results of which proved inconclusive because the samples were too deteriorated to obtain a DNA profile. In 2017, $30,000 in donations were raised by the sheriff in order to do new DNA tests using the latest advances in testing. In 2022, authorities made public that DNA evidence strongly suggests Hart's involvement. Sheriff Mike Reed of Mays County said, "Unless something new comes up, something brought to light we are not aware of, I am convinced where I am sitting on Hart's guilt and involvement in this case. Reed said the results of the DNA tests have been known since 2019, but did not go public with the findings until asked to do so by the victim's family. The legacy of the girls. Richard Guys, the father
Okay,
of one
Kaz, it's like I have a video that I'm going to show of a lady that was actually one of this. And show the girls' pictures and everything, so I can show it.
Yeah, Nita, he was acquitted in 79 and died of a heart attack after exercising after lifting weights in 79.
And then I got this thing on the document. So yeah, do you want me to share my screen?
Yep, go for it.
Check this out. I just happened to find this. So they're yeah, from ashes. Yes,
You're breaking up, sweater. Yeah. Yeah, Peach, yeah, I can hardly hear it myself. Ma was having quite a few storms coming through earlier on in the night, so whether that's affecting her Wi-Fi, I'm not sure. Either that or she hasn't got her arm stuck up high enough in the air to catch the Wi-Fi going past. And we just lost her. So there you go. That's why. Yeah, Ma was having terrible trouble with the storms. And that's the probability of what's just happened, guys. So, if she doesn't come back in the next couple of minutes, I will end the broadcast myself. Is there any questions you'd like to ask while I'm sitting up here all on my little lonesome? Your music is killing the signal. Benton, that's possible. And the actual music that you can hear playing at the moment is actually coming, here she comes, is actually coming through StreamYards. It's not coming off my computer. Yeah, no. What are you doing, woman? Get back up here. Can you turn your volume up a bit?
I don't know why you can't hear me.
Now I can.
Okay. Now, I didn't know this, but there was another lady who actually escaped that night. So these are the girls' pictures. Look at these little faces.
Leslie, I won't stay gone too long. Ma won't let me.
So Kristen shared how she escaped being 1970.
We can't hear you, babe. You're breaking up something chronic. Yeah, Nita, at least Hart didn't have the opportunity to harm anyone else. So true. I don't think you were meant to play this video unless you can try and get it up, sweater.
It's not
It sounds like you're talking down a tin can. Okay, I see what you've popped up in private. Okay. Good job, I'm psychic. Oh, Christian Toronto, how I escaped. Okay. Alright, let me share my screen then. Oh, we've lost her again. All right. Here she comes again.
How's that?
Perfect.
Hey, Lolo. Yeah, we did. We had huge storms coming across. Yeah, I don't want to read the whole article, but I did not realize that there was actually a woman that I have no idea. I just found it. But look at that little those little babies. How dare that person? What a psycho.
All right. So this says, oh, come on, mouse. Kristen Chenoweth, how I escaped being a 1977 Girl Scout murder victim. Wow. Kristen Chenoweth returns home to Oklahoma after 45 years to search for answers after nearly being a 1977 Girl Scout murder victim. Kristen shared how she escaped being a 1977 Girl Scout murder victim and what she's doing to honor the victims. In the Trail of Four, Keeping of the Ashes, the Oklahoma Girl Scout murders, Kristen recounted how she was supposed to attend the camp where the 3 Girl Scouts were hard and murdered. This is a story I wish I never had to tell. It haunts me every day. This story needs to be told. I remember I should have been on that trip, but I had gotten sick and my mum said you can't go, Kristen explained. It stuck with me my whole life. I could have been one of them. 45 years later, the renowned Broadway star returned home to Oklahoma to help find answers and close the unsolved case. When I think of those 3 girls, I wonder what's the best way to honor them, Kristen said. That's why I'd come back home to find answers once and for all.
Yeah, let's just check out this video, Kaz, and we'll wrap it up.
Okay.
Oh, so she didn't even go. Okay, I thought she was actually there and she escaped the...
No. She's a Broadway actress. Never heard of her before.
You know what? I was thinking that, Leslie. I was looking at her face and I thought she looked familiar, but I didn't.
It's only 2 minutes and 40, but I'm spooling at the moment. Why am I spooling?
Oh, it's gonna go.
Come on. Come on, you can do it. You can do it.
It will do it.
Come on. Come on. The wheels. Come on. Round and round. Come on.
If you want to pop it in private chat, I'll try it.
No. Auto renderer error. Dang it.
Let me get.
Well, you've already got it in private, sweetheart.
Yeah, let me share my screen. No, when I leave the studio and then I come back in, I lose all of private chat.
Oh, do you? Okay, hang on a minute. Just copy it. Oh, you've got it.
Okay, let's see.
Hey, Lola.
This is a story I
Can you
wish I
hear
never
it?
had to tell.
Yeah, a bit louder, please.
It haunts me every day. But this story, it needs to be told.
As friends we have grown together.
As a Girl Scout, I loved going to camp. The friendships that I made, they were like my sisters. I never once thought anything bad could happen. But I came to learn what murder was.
3 Girl Scouts aged 8, 9, and 10 were discovered today in Locust Grove, Oklahoma.
Look at.
I remember I should have
Look
been
at
on that trip,
Barbara
but I had
Walters.
gotten sick, and Mom said you can't go. It has stuck with me my whole life. I could have been one of them.
Oklahoma authorities believe they know who killed 3 young Girl Scouts. I'll get that son of a bitch. That's the last thing I do.
Oh, that was great.
I've never experienced anything this horrific.
I'll get
I
that
went to
son
my
of a
medicine,
bitch.
man. I had to bless my bullets.
Damn.
It's been 45 years since this happened.
You're talking before DNA. I started reenacting evidence of the crime that I had.
This case is mystery upon mystery.
Was the real killer still out there?
We tested about 8 other individuals.
It excludes every suspect except for one person.
It's unfinished business.
This happened. There's no closure. There's no pretty red bow at the end.
Every day was a struggle. First thing I'd open my eyes in the morning, it was just another day she wasn't there.
The person who did
Sad.
this to those children should be punished.
When I think of those 3 girls, I wonder what's the best way to honor them. That's why I've come back home, to find answers. Once and for all.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the...
That's horrible.
It is. Yep, these crazy things still keep happening, 45 years later.
Yeah. Look at that. I think we can definitely pull off an hour and a half live good. 2 hours is too much, and an hour seems to be like we always go past it.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So on the 3rd of each month is going to be our Amazon drawing for 1 mod and 1 member.
Yep.
For the Amazon gift card. And then we still have to decide the bi-monthly movie night. And I don't know if you guys have seen on Peacock the coming attraction for that series. It's called A Friend of the Family. Check it out, guys, because that looks very interesting.
Yes.
And we were thinking about doing that and watching with the members, seeing what you guys think about it. I'll put a trailer together and drop it in the members only on a community post. See what you guys think. It's called A Friend of the Family, and it's only airing on Peacock. And I just happen to have Peacock.
She does.
Any movies, guys, anything you guys want to watch. So we'll figure out a movie night. Maybe we'll do it towards the end of this month, and we could find maybe a good Halloween movie to watch.
Yeah, preferably either on a Friday night, which is my Saturday night.
Exactly.
Awesome. Leslie's ready. She's ready for a movie.
Yeah.
Well, I hope everybody is and everybody joins, because unfortunately nobody came to join the book club.
I know it was only Kaz and I, so we didn't. Since we heard the first chapter already, we're like, we're out of here. Nobody came to book club.
No.
We want you guys to come to book club. It's fun.
It is. All right, everybody. Well, thank you, Ma, for having me once again.
Oh, we love you, Elisa Casada. Everyone, thank you for coming in. Keep your babies safe and stay vigilant. Kaz, thank you.
Thank you, my darling.
And
Thanks to all the
hopefully,
mods. Thanks to everybody that was here tonight. You guys are absolutely awesome.
and if you guys want to do anything with the Julissa Fuentes arrangement, there's a link on my community post. So we've got we've got 10.
Say goodbye. Bye.
We got 10 days. All right, everyone, that's it. Guys, love you.
Love you too.
All right, guys, see you guys next time.
Ciao.
Ciao.